Chapter 696, Announcement of Betrayal. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Husband, Huang Er has been like this for 3 months. What should we do? I don't know how to live if anything happens to her. Fairy Bai Qing looked at Feng Jin Huang, who was on the cushion, sobbing in a low voice. She was a grand Gu immortal of Spirit Affinity House. She had always been elegant and noble to the outside world. But now that this concerned her beloved daughter, she lost her bearings. She was no longer as calm as usual. But in front of her, Feng Jin Huang sat on the cushion, in the posture of polishing her aperture. She wore a phoenix coronet, she had slanted eyes, and there was a small red birthmark between her eyebrows. Her appearance combined the gentle beauty of her mother, Fairy Bai Qing, with the valiance of her father, Feng Gu. She had a dignified disposition, yet also a matchless, fearless beauty. She had incredible aptitude. Her talent was overwhelming. She suppressed everyone of the same age in the 10 great ancient sects. If not for Fang Yuan ruining her opportunity, Feng Jin Huang would have become the owner of Hu Immortal Blessed Land already. Her skin was fair like snow. Her eyes were shut. She breathed slowly like she was asleep. About 3 months ago, Feng Jin Huang was meditating as usual, nurturing her aperture. But an accident occurred during this ordinary cultivation session. She fell unconscious ever since, and nobody could awaken her, using any method. Ever since they found out about Feng Jin Huang's strange state, Feng Gu and Bai Qing had been thinking of ways to save their daughter, but there had been no progress. They asked the Supreme Elders of Spirit Affinity House. They had tried all sorts of methods, but all of it was useless. Husband, do you think our Huang Er will stay asleep forever? Will she ever wake up and see us again? Fairy Bai Qing thought about this terrible fate and couldn't refrain from welling up with sorrow. Feng Gu sighed. He stretched out his arms to hug his beloved wife, consoling her. Qing Er, don't worry. Didn't first Supreme Elders say it? Our daughter had discovered the true way to use Dreamwing's immortal Gu. Thus she had reached a hidden region. Her entire soul had entered a mystical realm unknown to us. She did not lose her life and is still alive and well. We should believe her. Maybe this is a fortuitous encounter for her. Although Feng Gu and Bai Qing did not awaken Feng Jin Huang, their attempts were not in vain. They had already found out the reason for Feng Jin Huang's coma was the Dreamwing's immortal Gu. Fairy Bai Qing leaned on her husband as she relaxed on his broad and powerful chest. She felt slightly eased as she said, when Huang Er was 3 years old, Dreamwing's immortal Gu came to her on its own. I had been feeling uneasy since then. We have never seen this immortal Gu before. Even after searching through all of Spirit Affinity House's records, there was no information about it. In our tests, the effect of this Gu expended the soul to create beautiful wings. But now it seems Dreamwing's immortal Gu's true effect is not this. Feng Gu nodded, agreeing. Your analysis is very reasonable. When Gu masters nurture, use, and refine Gu, if they are facing an unknown Gu worm, they would make new discoveries when using the Gu, eventually understanding everything about the Gu worm. Even for famous Gu worms, there are always new secrets hidden within them. When Gu immortals and Gu masters obtain valuable experience, they would treat it as an important secret to prevent others from learning about their information. When Huang Er awakens, I am sure she will have huge gains. She will learn the true way to use Dreamwing's immortal Gu. When I go to Northern Plains this time, our family will have to depend on you. Inform me immediately when Huang Er awakens. The 10 great ancient sects of Central Continent had plotted for countless years. They put in a lot of time and effort, expending manpower and resources, meticulously planning and making arrangements, before finally having some progress in 88 True Yang building. But in the end, Fang Yuan used his previous life's memories and plucked the fruits of their labor, using these arrangements for himself. In the end, Imperial Court Blessed Land was destroyed, and 88 True Yang building collapsed. This piece of information was a huge nightmare to the 10 great ancient sects of Central Continent, who had planned this for a long time. The leader of this plan, Spirit Affinity House, was pressured by all the different forces, not only from the other 9 sects, but also internally within Spirit Affinity House. The plot against 88 True Young Building started from the information left behind by Fairy Mo Yao. All these years, our sect has been leading the way and holding the most crucial methods. Now that such a huge change has occurred, not only must we clear the suspicions, we also have to investigate the truth. As the person with the strongest battle strength in our sect, even though I want to stay by my daughter, all of the other elders have agreed that I will go to investigate this. Feng Yuan sighed. Husband, you have to be careful during this Northern Plains journey. If anything goes wrong, make escaping your priority. After all, over there would not be like in Central Continent, there is no backup to assist you. Don't trust the people from the other 9 sects. Back then, when you challenged the 10 great sects in successive battles, you won many and faced 0 losses. Many people's reputations took a huge hit. All these years, you have been the publicly recognized strongest person in the 10 sects, suppressing all of them. If Spirit Affinity House loses you, they might all sigh in relief instead. Don't worry, for you and our daughter, I will be careful. Feng Yuan touched Fairy Bai Qing's cheeks as he kissed her lips gently. When their lips separated, he took out a rank 5 letter sending Dreamwing Gu. This is a letter from Hu Immortal Blessed Land. That rascal Fang Yuan accepted Huang Er's challenge, Feng Yuan said. Him? Ever since Huang Er was born, she had only suffered a loss in this Fang Yuan's hands. After Huang Er returned, she was so indignant and wanted to take revenge. I got you to send him a challenge letter earlier, but he did not reply. To think that he has replied now, what is his motive? Fairy Bai Qing had a deep impression of Fang Yuan. Feng Yuan's gaze concentrated. Ever since Huang Er lost, we had investigated this lad thoroughly. He has quite the backing. There is a mysterious force behind him. He actually dared to snatch Hu Immortal Blessed Land under the eyes of all 10 great ancient sects. But these smart Alex in Immortal Crane sect acknowledged him as one of their own, leaving us no way to make a move. This way, Immortal Crane sect can exclude the rest of us 9 sects and claim Hu Immortal Blessed Land for themselves. If it had been me, I would have done the same, Fairy Bai Qing said. Over a year has passed according to Central Continent time. Even Northern Plains True Yang Building has collapsed in this period. The laughable thing is that Immortal Crane sect has not even succeeded yet. Hu Immortal Blessed Land is still in that rascal's hands. What a joke. Feng Yuan laughed in disdain. We can't say that. During this year, Immortal Crane sect had first spent a lot of effort to capture the ancient, desolate beast, Spirit Rhino. Then many of the Gu immortals in their sect were involved in the reincarnation battlefield, and now even Great Heavenly Sword sect, which is under their control, is trying to gain independence. Immortal Crane sect has too many things to deal with, together with our 9 sects exerting pressure on them covertly after we learn the truth. Obstructing them from attacking Hu Immortal Blessed Land by force. All of these reasons resulted in Hu Immortal Blessed Land being yet to fall at this point, Fairy Bai Qing said. Feng Yuan shook his head. The force behind Fang Yuan is shrouded in mystery. We do not know much about them yet. Yesterday, Immortal Crane sect publicly declared that Fang Yuan had turned on them after obtaining Hu Immortal Blessed Land. He is now a traitor of the sect. It is evident that their soft tactics had no effect. Now it seems like Immortal Crane sect is going to deal with Hu Immortal Blessed Land forcefully during this period of time. I want to see what force it is, to be able to contest with our 10 great sects. Fairy Bai Qing's gaze flickered. She seemed to have comprehended something. I understand this Fang Yuan's intention. He is not a member of Immortal Crane sect. It seems he knew that Immortal Crane sect was going to deal with him. Thus he sent this letter to interact with the outside world so that he can resist Immortal Crane sect using Spirit Affinity House. But now Immortal Crane sect has an upright reason to strike, because Fang Yuan is a traitor of Immortal Crane sect. Immortal Crane sect can attack Hu Immortal Blessed Land righteously, while we cannot interfere. Fairy Bai Qing was unresigned. Is there no way for us to interfere? If Immortal Crane sect gets Dang Hun Mountain, I'm afraid their sect's foundation will get much stronger. As righteous sects, we have rules to follow. After all, there are so many other sects in Central Continent observing us. If the 10 great sects break established practices, will we still be able to command those on our sides? Even though Immortal Crane Sect initially deceived the other 9 sects, they were indeed led into believing them for some time, because Immortal Crane Sect had Fang Yuan, who could be used as a perfect excuse. Since Immortal Crane Sect's plan worked out, we had to acknowledge them. At least, we cannot interfere this time. But if Immortal Crane Sect fails in taking down Hu Immortal Blessed Land, our 9 sects will have reason to strike. After all, everyone knows about this situation right now. But because of rules and reputation, we are all pretending to be ignorant. If Immortal Crane Sect fails, no one will allow them to take Hu Immortal Blessed Land for themselves anymore. Feng Yuan continued. He paused before continuing. Before going to Northern Plains, I plan to give my one's own way Gu to Immortal Crane Sect for their use. Ah, what is your intention? Fairy Bai Qing was slightly taken aback. Feng Yuan was very confident. We do not know about the strength of Fang Yuan's force. Whether he can protect Hu Immortal Blessed Land is an unknown factor. If he defeats Immortal Crane Sect, then the 10 great sects will strike together to split up this blessed land. But if Immortal Crane Sect wins, we can use my one's own way Gu as a reason to gain some advantage from Donghun Mountain as well. Hu Immortal Blessed Land, Donghun Palace. Declaring me as a sect's traitor, this means Immortal Crane Sect will attack Hu Immortal Blessed Land very soon. Fang Yuan looked at the report in his hands with a heavy feeling. Cleanse Soul Immortal Gu was not fed yet. Under such circumstances, using the Immortal Killer move Myriad itself was extremely risky. If he was unlucky, he might lose the Cleanse Soul Immortal Gu for good. This way, without Myriad Self, Fang Yuan would lose his greatest trump card. Immortal Crane Sect announced that I was a traitor in advance, but they did not attack. They are evidently waiting now, trying to lure the force behind me to make a move, so that they can fight it out. This is truly the demeanor and confidence of one of the 10 great sects. Fang Yuan thought a little about it and knew that Immortal Crane Sect's attack would be very powerful this time. To him, the most important thing now was to find the White Lotus Giant Silkworm, Gu, to feed Cleanse Soul Immortal Gu until it was full. At the same time, he needed to accumulate funds and prepare enough Green Grape Immortal Essence. Most Immortal Gu required Immortal Essence to activate. Without Immortal Essence, no matter how many Immortal Gu he had, he could not use their abilities. What is the point of war? Money. In this world, why do Gu Immortals fight? For Immortal Essence Stones. It was about Immortal Essence Stones. Sigh, this is quite the problem. My funds that have just recovered are going to take a huge hit again. 2 consecutive battles would completely devastate my already weak finances.